Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Michelle and here on my channel I do weekly cash stuffing and budgeting videos. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, please subscribe so you don't miss when I post a new video. So today we're doing my budget with me for September week 1 with my husband's income. So if you guys are new, I do 2 cash stuffings every single week. The first one is with my husband's income. He covers our living expenses, and the second one is my income and I cover our debt. So that being said, as you can see, these are our living expenses. We are using my husband's income this week. So if you guys are new, or if you're not new, I mentioned, I think it was last month. So I mentioned last month that this month is going to be a different budget. We're going to be changing things around. However, this isn't going to be like my permanent budget. It is going to be changing again next month. For a couple reasons. One, I'm not 100% sure what the heck is going on with our moving process. So it is August 5th as I'm filming this, and we were planning on moving into my brother-in-law's house, their old house. So they bought a new house with like land and property and everything, but they already own a home that was under construction for about a year. Because it caught on fire. So they haven't lived there since last July. So it's been over a year since they've lived in that house. It's been under construction. They've been dealing with like the whole insurance like fiasco, right? So that house was supposed to be done by the end of June, but the contractors are taking their sweet time getting it ready. And so they told us, because we're going to be renting that house from them since they bought another house. And yeah, they had told us that it should be ready for us to move in by August 1st. Well, it's August 5th. It's not done yet. So I have officially put in my notice to vacate the house that we're in now, and we have to be out by August 31st. So I'm stressing out about that because the house, as I'm filming this, is not ready for us. So I am literally just praying that it will be ready in time. Otherwise, I don't know what we're going to do. We might have to take our notice back. But I don't know if that's something we can do. Yeah, we're just honestly waiting on the contractors. They installed half of the house of the floors. They still have the other half to do. They still have to put in all the countertops, and they still have to do all of the plumbing. So like it's really only 3 things they have left to do. But the problem is half of the floors that they did install was like 2 weeks ago. And they've done absolutely nothing since then. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. And it's really stressing me out. But my husband's income did change because, as I told you guys last time, so he normally brings home $4,000 for the month. But because my brother-in-law that we're renting the house from is his business partner, they agreed like, my husband will just take less from the company and my brother-in-law will take like that $2,000 portion because our rent is going to be $2,000 for that house. So he's just going to take $2,000 from the company's money and we'll just take less, if that makes sense. So his money was going to be different this month anyway, but because the house wasn't ready, they kind of just agreed to do like half. So my husband took home, I think it was $3,000 instead of the $4,000 for the month, and we'll just do like a prorated thing. But then like if we don't, I don't know if he's gonna take, if we don't move in this month, I don't know if we're gonna like take our notice back and then take that extra $1,000 back into our account so we can pay the rent. I don't really honestly know what's going to happen. Everything is so up in the air right now, and I'm just kind of like praying for the best. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. So this is going to be the temporary new budget. It is going to most likely be more than we're going to be using for next month's budget, because if we are in the house next month, then we're going to be taking home less. But because we're only essentially paying for half the month, I have more money to work with, if that makes sense. And also, yeah. So, I don't have a rent payment in this budget because of what I just said. It's coming out of our pay in general. So yeah, that's what we are kind of working with right now, but let's go ahead and get started. So we are working with $600 for the week right now. And yeah, like I said, I took out the rent payment, so we are only working with these bills right now. And I have adjusted the price on a lot of these, so they're not what they normally are, because honestly, our bills are going up like crazy. Our internet, when we first moved here 2 years ago, our internet was like $97, I think, a month. And it got raised to $130. And we haven't called them to lower it. I know you can call them to lower the bills. But we have to like change addresses. So I haven't done that yet because I'd rather just do it all at the same time. I assumed we would be in that house by now, and we're not. So I haven't done it yet, but I did change our internet bill or our internet budget to $35 a week for this month. And water, I normally pay almost consistently like $140 every single month, and it was like almost $300. It was like $260, I think. I already got the bill for it. Yeah, it was like $260. It's insane. So I don't know what's going on there. My husband says he thinks it's because the sprinklers have been like going off like 3 times a day, which they should not be. But that's probably what it is. So I have raised that, and we are putting $75 in every week for this month. I might end up changing that at the new house that we're going to be going to. It doesn't have grass, so that's not going to be a concern. So that we could probably plan on that one going down. But for right now, that's what we're going to be doing. Electricity is getting $60 because that one has also been pretty high. Home gas, I am doing $40. That way I can have more than enough for my bill, but also a buffer for any other accounts that I like misjudged. Child support is getting $65. So if you guys are new, my husband has 4 kids with his ex-wife. 2 are adults, 2 are teenage boys. 1 teenage boy lives with us. The other one lives with his mom. However, right now, all of them are with us for the summer. It's September as you're seeing this. So when you see this video, they're most likely he went back to his mom's because he's going to be going back September 1st. Or 2nd. I think the 1st. But I'm still budgeting the child support just in case. I don't want to be like behind on it at all. So yeah, I'm keeping that in the budget, and I'm just not going to mess with it. But subscriptions is getting $20 this week. And so all of this together comes out to be $295. And then we move on to high priority sinking funds. So these are all bills that are not due every single month. And actually, this one should go up here. So as you can see, if you've seen any of my other videos, you would see that this one is new, and I will talk about that when we get there. But phone, it gets $20 a week. So I have Mint Mobile, and I do the annual plan, so I only have to pay once a year. But I have 4 lines, and each averages out to $20 a month. So I average $20 a week, or I budget $20 a week. Trash is due every 3 months, and I budget $10 a week. Car insurance, I think, is going to be taken out this month, so I need to, I think, like, it's August as I'm filming this, and I think it's going to be taken out in August, so I need to make sure that I get that paid. But I budget $80 a week for that. Car registration this is obviously annual, gets $15 a week. Medical and dental, I have raised to $100 because I have dentist appointments coming up for 2 of my boys, and my stepson and my husband are going to be continuously getting contacts, because I guess that's something I never thought about, contacts being like something you have to continuously get. I kind of assumed they were like glasses and you just have them and they're good forever, but that's not the case apparently. So every 3 months, I think it is, they have to get a new container of contacts. So I have raised the budget for all of that stuff. And then lastly in here, I added a new category of storage unit. So like I said, we have to be out of this house by August 31st, and I don't know when we're going to have access to our new house. So my husband and I decided to just get a storage unit and put all of our stuff into that. while we're trying to clean out this house, because we need to make sure this house is as empty as possible so we can do like the deep move out cleaning. I got an email from our realty company and they gave me like a checklist of everything that needs to be cleaned and done before we move out. So we gotta empty out basically our whole house into a storage unit until we have access to move our stuff into the new house. And I may or may not keep the storage unit after we move. We talked to the company and it's a month-to-month thing. It's not like a contract, so we can cancel it literally anytime we want to. So we might do it for a month, we might do it for 2 months, or we might keep it. So the house that we're moving into doesn't have a garage. So their garage was converted into like another living space. So the house is 2,400 square feet, mostly because that garage was converted into a living space. So there's a second bed, our 5th bedroom is in that area, and like a giant like living area. So that is going to be used as like living space, and I don't want to clutter it with storage. And right now our garage is literally just covered, it's like filled with like storage stuff, like boxes and just like stuff like that. And I don't want to clutter up our living space, so I have to see if they have an attic that we can use as storage, or if it's going to be enough space for storage. So that is also up in the air if we're going to continue doing that, because if there's not enough like storage space, because I think they have I haven't actually seen the backyard, but I heard that they have a shed in the back that I might be able to use for storage. So once we get settled in the house and like figure everything out, then we'll decide if we're going to keep this or not. But I'm planning on paying for that storage unit for like at least a month or 2. But we haven't officially gotten the storage unit yet, but I am going to be planning on it. So we are doing, they said it's going to be $150 a month. So I'm planning $40 a week on that. And all of this comes to $265. And then that's normally all I do with my husband's budget, or his income for our budget. But as you can see, I have one more category this month, and this is going to be a separate binder. This is my low priority sinking funds, which I have not been stuffing at all for a long time because we don't have extra money. However, my kids are starting school in September, so I already have haircut appointments for 2 of my boys that are going to be going to school. And it's $35 per haircut plus tip, so I need to start saving for their haircuts at the end of the month, and I'm going to be putting in $40 a week on that, because I do want to kind of, since we do have a little bit extra this month than we will most likely for the next following months, I'm going to kind of stuff this one so I can get ahead on it, so that we can have haircuts again, because I think they're probably going to need one in about like 3 more months, because, you know, hair grows. But yeah, so that comes to a total of $40. And yeah, let's total this up. We got my bills come to $295. My high priority sinking funds come to $265. And my low priority sinking funds come to $40, which totals out to be $600. So that's what we were working with for the month. Or for the week, I should say, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is going to be the budget that we're using for tomorrow's cash stuffing. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.